Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to highlight something that you can get absolutely free right now on Steam, the EVE Online Starter Pack. Little bit of a workaround to get this. Some people are having some difficulty, so I'll explain what you have to do. It's pretty simple. To get it off the ground, you have to do one specific thing. Also, we've got some confirmations on new games coming to PC. Octopath Traveler has been confirmed to PC. I mentioned it a couple videos ago, but now it has been confirmed directly from Steam, and the game is coming really soon, so that's very exciting. If you guys don't know what that game is, it was a Nintendo Switch exclusive JRPG. It was received incredibly well, done by the same guys that did Bravely Default, and now it's headed to PC. Also coming to PC is the latest Yakuza game in Yakuza Kiwami 2. That'll be coming relatively soon as well, and given the soon release of this, I'm hoping that a release for Judgment can happen rather soon as well. We'll talk about that, and also Ubisoft spoke a little bit about the possibility of a new Splinter Cell game. I think one is in development. I think that's a foregone conclusion. However, what Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot said does offer a little bit of an eye-opener in terms of where the franchise is right now. However, obviously, Ubisoft and PC gaming, interesting position right now based on the Epic Games Store exclusivity agreements. Games are still coming to Uplay, but we'll cover that at the end of this video. First up, you can get the EVE Online Starter Pack free right now. This typically goes for $4.99, but with the Starter Pack, it'll get your EVE Online experience going. You'll get 7 days of Omega, ensuring double training and many more benefits, 250,000 skill points, giving you a head start in skill training, skill and damage booster, a stunning bundle of starter ship skins, and the Blood Raider apparel. Now, to actually get this, you have to add EVE Online to your library. So EVE Online's a free-to-play title, so go to EVE Online Steam page and then just click the play game button, and then that'll add it to your library, and then you can get the starter pack, even if you have no intention to play EVE Online right now, because if you want to play EVE Online, that's quite the investment to get into right now. But nonetheless, to each their own. At the very least, add it to your library, then get the starter pack as well. This will be available until tomorrow at 1 p.m, so you might as well get it. Now, if you guys don't know what EVE Online is, at the apex of EVE Online, the game can be absolutely insane. This is a game that I haven't delved into too much, but I've seen some crazy intense PvP and PvE battles in this game. And again, at the peak, at the apex of this game, the game can be absolutely ridiculous, and you can see some insane fights. Unfortunately, from what I've been told, there's also a lot of grinding involved, and a lot of time investment, so it is a hard game to get into, but at that peak, it's absolutely incredible. And of course, I'm sure you guys have heard all of the stories about people sinking in so much money into the game, people losing ships that they invested so much money into. Some crazy stuff can happen in EVE Online, depending on how you play the game, how much time you put into it. It's been around since 2003, it's evolved quite a bit, but you can play for free right now, and you can take advantage of the starter pack until tomorrow. Next up, Octopath Traveler has been confirmed for PC, and it'll be coming very soon, in less than 2 months. June 7th, it'll be hitting PC and Steam. I think that should be a key point of contention anytime a PC game is announced. Is the game coming to Steam? Because honestly, Octopath Traveler is the kind of game that Epic Games would look at that game and be like, yeah, we could definitely win over an audience by getting Octopath Traveler as an exclusive. But lo and behold, Steam and Square Enix have always been pretty good together. Steam has promoted Square Enix pretty heavily, so I think that's a relationship that is going to stay intact, and Octopath Traveler will be coming to Steam on June 7th. The official press release states this, and this is coming from Square Enix. We have some very exciting news for PC gamers. Octopath Traveler is coming to Steam on June 7, 2019, so you know, add it to your wishlist now. The critically acclaimed RPG has previously only been available on Nintendo Switch, so this will be the first time non-Nintendo owners can experience the game. What is Octopath Traveler about? Set in the beautiful but dangerous world of Ostera, Octopath Traveler puts you in control of 8 unique heroes, each with their own skill set, motivations, and storylines. You've got Ulbrich, an experienced knight in search of redemption, Cyrus, a scholar whose book smarts don't always equate to common sense, Tressa, an enthusiastic merchant who is traveling the world to hone her skills, Ophelia, a noble cleric on a pilgrimage to Astera's holy sites, Primors, a fallen noble on a quest to avenge her murdered father, Alphen, a native apothecary determined to help people whatever the cost, Therian, a skilled thief trapped in an impossible situation, and Hannet, an expert hunter tracking down her missing master. So all of them come together as well, and then the moves forward from there. Of course, the game has an absolutely gorgeous art style. That's one of the key points about Octopath Traveler, even though in the traditional sense, maybe it's not a technical juggernaut. If you look at Octopath Traveler and you're not captivated by the visuals, I don't really know what to say. I personally think it's an incredible looking game, but I am privy to more old school JRPGs, so maybe it hits home with me a little bit more than a lot of you guys. But nonetheless, if you're a fan of JRPGs, this is a game to definitely keep on your radar, and definitely at the very least add it to your wishlist. Now, at the point of recording this video, it's not yet listed on Steam, so we can't pre-order the game. It'll be very interesting to see how this game is priced at, because the issue with the game being on the Nintendo Switch and a Nintendo Switch exclusives, Nintendo Switch games hold up in absurd prices. Those games are so expensive, and Octopath Traveler, if you want to buy the game, even though it's almost a year old at this point, you're still paying like $45 to $50. It's absurd. Now with it being on PC, generally Square Enix games are discounted on PC, so hopefully we can get this at a more reasonable price. I guarantee you that within a couple of months, Octopath Traveler, the PC version, is going to be far, far cheaper than the Switch version, and that's kind of the way things go, even though in a lot of cases the Nintendo Switch version of a game is the inferior version. But nonetheless, this video isn't supposed to be crappy on the Nintendo Switch. God, those prices annoy the hell out of me though. So hopefully we can get Octopath Traveler at a decent price. Also, another game that's coming to PC, and it's coming at a very decent price, is Yakuza Kiwami 2. So this is a remake of Yakuza 2. Definitely not where I would recommend you to start off with your Yakuza journey, but Yakuza 2 is considered by many to be the best in the series. And Kiwami 2 does remake the game, and best of all, on PC, the game is coming at $30. Now, all of the Yakuza games are making a transition to PC, but this begs the question, when is Judgment gonna come to PC? I think it's a foregone conclusion that at some point that game will be coming to PC, because that game is one that, unlike the Yakuza games, I think can really resonate at a mainstream level for a litany of different reasons. First of all, it's being built ground up for the current generation platform, so technically, it's much better than the Yakuza titles, but also, you've got English voiceovers in the game, and I know for a lot of you guys are gonna think, man, English voiceovers in a Japanese game like that's just not something that's gonna fly with you. But I think to cater towards a more mainstream audience, you do need that English voiceover. But for Yakuza Kiwami 2, that'll be out May 9th, and at the price of $30, that's quite good. This game still holds up in price on PlayStation 4, and the PC version includes all the enthusiast features you've come to expect: 4K resolution, unlocked frame rates, customizable controls, and robust graphics options. Generally, the Yakuza games have been pretty good ports on PC, so I expect nothing different with Yakuza Kiwami 2, and that'll be out May 9th on PC, so excited for that. And lastly, one franchise that has been notably absent over the last, 6 years or so is Splinter Cell. The last time we got a new Splinter Cell game was all the way back in 2013 with Splinter Cell Blacklist. I thought that game was pretty good. Unfortunately, it was released right before the current generation of consoles was released, so it was released in that weird time frame where people were getting ready for the next gen consoles. People weren't really looking to play newer games unless it was Grand Theft Auto 5. Splinter Cell kind of went by the wayside, and a lot of people didn't play Blacklist, but I thought it was generally a pretty good game. And there's been a lot of rumors, a lot of rumblings about when we're gonna get another Splinter Cell game. With Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot spoke on it, and here's what he said: when you create a game, you have to make sure you come up with something that'll be different enough from what you did before. The last time we did a Splinter Cell, we had a lot of pressure from all the fans saying, don't change it, don't do this, don't do that, so some of the teams were more anxious to work on the brand. He spoke on it more, saying there are now some people who are looking at and taking care of the brand. I think that pretty much means a new game is in development. I personally think a game could be announced around E3 time and then be ready for release in the fall. Ubisoft did say they have a couple of AAA games in development. I imagine one of those games is Watch Dogs 3. I don't know what the other game is. He didn't speak on it more though, however, but it seems like Splinter Cell is still a franchise that is going to remain in the gaming world. It was a part of that Walmart leak last year as a part of E3. We didn't get an announcement with that, but all of those games as a part of that Walmart Canada leak, they have come to fruition, so I imagine that Splinter Cell will come to fruition at some point as well. I want to see the return of Sam Fisher, but now as we're heading into the end of this generation, who knows if it's going to be a PS5 and next Xbox game alongside PC, of course, or if it's going to be released sometime soon and it will be out before the end of the year. I think if it is released this generation, it should be out before the end of the year, and we've been hearing about a new Splinter Cell for so long that you'd have to imagine that it's pretty far along. So hopefully that is the case and we'll see a new Splinter Cell game sometime soon and it'll be out before the end of the year. The very interesting note is Splinter Cell is a single player series, and I think some people like to have all of their single player games on Steam. In the case of Ubisoft games as well, even though you have to go through Uplay, just having those single-player games on Steam is pretty nice. Now with the Epic Games partnership, you'd have to wonder, are these games going to come to Steam? Probably not. I would imagine that they would be released on the Epic Games Store, and then Uplay. If people want the game, they're just going to go to Uplay directly. The partnership to me makes no sense outside of Epic Games just spiting Steam. But nonetheless, that's the world we're living in, where big deals are being worked out for a game to not be released on Steam. That's the deal being worked out, for a game not to be released on Steam. But nonetheless, let's not go down that rabbit hole once again. That's going to conclude this this video, guys. Again, check out the EVE Online starter pack free right now. If you want to delve into EVE Online, just be aware that you are going to have to invest so many hours into it. Let me know if any of you guys have played EVE Online, how many hours you've sunken into it, because I've heard some incredible stories. I've also heard some absolute horror stories that kind of scares me away from the game, but let me know your thoughts. Octopath Traveler is coming to PC on June 7th. Yakuza Kiwami 2 is coming to PC on May 9th, and I imagine we're gonna hear about Splinter Cell sometime soon. That's gonna conclude this video. Let me know all of your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.